Earlier this year, I reviewed the Nissan Z once again. No surprise, it made it into my S tier. Along with some other Nissans, yes, Nissan makes some fantastic vehicles. The Kicks almost made it to S tier as well, but the Armada and the Frontier. I drove in the Armada yesterday from the airport here in San Diego. I am driving the new Nissan Leaf today. It's currently like 3 in the morning and I'm just getting to this news, but I gotta get it to you guys. It's exciting stuff. I'm a big fan for nostalgia, and the Z already did that well. But what we have here is a Z Heritage Edition with retro cues from the 300ZX. Now there are 2 generations of 300ZX. There's one in the 80s and there's one in the 90s. Okay, the Z31 was the first with this inline 6. I think that still had an inline 6. Some of them had a turbo, and then they went V6 twin turbo with the 300ZX Z32s. Here's the pricing. The pricing for the Z has not gone up. Check this out. It starts at $42,970, and here is a pricing sheet from earlier this year, $42,970. So Nissan hasn't jacked up the prices, and I'm happy to see that. But what we have here is some delicious midnight purple. And you can get R33s in midnight purple, and they also made the R34 in midnight purple. It was never on the Z to my recollection. Okay, it was only on the GTRs. So we're gonna go down nostalgia lane here. Midnight purple, guys, to give you an idea, like this color is it's one of the best colors I've ever seen, personally. It kind of has like this mallard duck effect where it's purple and it shimmers into green depending on the light, as you can see it crest the front bumper here. And the metallic in here is dazzling. This Heritage package is only available on the performance grade. It's not on the NISMO. It's not on the base grade. It's only on the performance grade. That means you can get it with the manual. And remember, speaking of manual NISMO, NISMO will be getting manual. We just don't know when. It has been confirmed by execs from Nissan. Okay, so Nissan Z NISMO manual transmission is 100% coming. For under $3,000, I mean, honestly, this paint, the paint alone is at least a $3,000 upgrade. All right, so let's go over some of the other upgrades here. Well, they haven't touched the Nissan logo. That's okay. We have the same Raise 19-inch wheels. They are forged. These are standard on the performance grade, which means you also get a limited slip differential here. But these are gold, and I don't know if the Z ever came with gold wheels in the past, but obviously it was a pretty common modification for tuners, all right? Twin turbo decal on the side. Now, the 300ZX I don't think ever had a twin turbo decal on the side that I'm aware of. But the 300ZX had a little turbo badge here, or turbo decal at the bottom. Man, this looks so good. This is a 1989 Z31. Unbelievably clean, beautiful. I mean, I want this car. I want it so bad. It looks incredible. In this press article from Nissan, they're not really referencing this vehicle. They're referencing its successor, the Z32. All right, which the twin turbo V6 had this little badge on the back. All right, and you look at the paint match spoiler here. So if we go back to the images of the new Z twin turbo, it also has this twin turbo badge on the back. And look, you get a carbon fiber spoiler, guys. I think that is also calling me to go for this package. Now, does a carbon fiber gel with the rest of the car's paint? Not necessarily, but I still like it, and I like the badge here. All right. Now, it'd been cool if the exhaust tips were bronzed or gold, but it is what it is. All right. Now, we also have the Z badge here. Look at this, a Heritage Edition with kind of like Caesar's olive branch sort of thing around the Z logo. I love it. Absolutely adore this. I think it looks freaking awesome. You can see the decal a little bit better on the back. You know, man, I want the katana style little door or window piece here. I wish this was gold. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you wish this was gold as well? I think that would complete the look a little bit more. It still looks good, of course. This model only comes in this midnight purple, by the way. only comes in this midnight purple. Again, the exhaust tips would have been nice if they had a little bronzing to them, but you know, once these get dirty with enough exhaust soot, maybe it'll look a little bit better. But yeah, let's look at the interior. It's a black interior. I don't think there's anything too special about it. I really liked the blue interior that I tested on the Z. So this might turn some people off. Let me know if you guys have to have a red or a blue. But again, blue with purple doesn't work. Does a red with purple work? Not really either. All right, so I'm okay with it being black. You know what would go well with purple is like a white interior, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. You get Heritage Edition mats and Heritage Edition aluminum scuff plates there. Heck yeah. And then here it is next to the R35. Rest in peace, right? Oh, why did it have to leave production? Why did it have to do that? I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss that car so much. But all in all, it cost about $55,910 before the $1,300 or so in destination. Still a great buy. What are these things going for in my area? We're starting to see price reductions on the Nissan Z. Wow, holy cow. Is there really like none of these out here in California? Oh my gosh, there's only 21. And there's 66. There is 60. Well, again, here's the thing. This is misleading because I'm kind of in San Diego here. So maybe I need to expand it to like 250 miles. Wow, there's still none out here. What the heck? You guys have no Nissan Zs out here, new ones. That is crazy. If I go to my zip code, this is a $3,000 price drop. This is a $6,000 price drop. What? Holy smokes, $6,000 price drop. Wow, that makes buying a Nissan Z even better. $5,000 price drop on the NISMO. Heck yeah, we're seeing the prices move down. Here's that awesome yellow. It looks good in red too. I mean, no one's paying MSRP on Nissan Zs right now. That Heritage Edition, it might actually fetch MSRP, at least initially. All right, but anyways, I'm gonna shut it down. Stay tuned for more Nissan updates. Again, driving the Leaf today. I'm really excited for it. It's complete opposite of a car compared to the Z Performance, but it's good. It actually could, again, going back to the spreadsheet here, the new Nissan Leaf could end up an S tier as well. Like, what other electric car offers the range and price that it does? And it might offer really, really good ride quality. The only trim levels that I have here, well, there's just one, and it's the Platinum Plus. It's a fully loaded, which is going to cost, I think those are about over $40,000, which again, it starts losing its desirability, the Nissan Leaf, over $40,000, I would say. But around $30,000 is going to be the sweet spot, and I think it can move a lot of volume with that sort of pricing. But anyways, hopefully Nissan executes at a high level. The Aria is already a good vehicle. The Nissan Leaf is a shrunken down Aria that costs a lot less. It's not quite as performance focused, but that's okay. So it should, in theory, it should land an A or S. That's just what I think so far. But what if I drive it and hate it? Then it's not gonna end up there. But I gotta shut it down. Long live the Nissan Z. The Heritage, that's freaking awesome. I'm excited for it. Hopefully I get a chance to drive it, or at least see it in person. I think that the Midnight Purple is just something special. Have a great day. Peace.